Hey y'all, it's Morgan. Welcome to my happy place. I am going to do my milk kefir. I was not sure if I would be able to get this process on film today, but this has actually just been about 24 hours. So we're going to see what we have. Now, the first thing I'm going to do, I have cleaned this canning jar. I am going to go ahead and put 4 cups of milk in this because I'm going to take the milk kefir grains that I have in here and in here, and I'm going to put them in here. These are 2 cups each, so I'm going to go with 4. Now, that may be a bit much because I don't know if these have actually fermented where I want it yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour it because, oops, it's not going to hurt, and they are going to get stronger and kind of multiply as we go. Let me put my milk away, and this is just whole milk that I'm using, and I am making a mess, so let me see. Get some of that up. Okay, so let's see what we have. This is the milk, I believe. Yeah, it's kind of thick in there. You see the grains have kind of floated to the top. And I'm going to just set that back there. And this is the heavy whipping cream. And wow, that has really done. It seems like the kefir grains, they always seem to like the higher fat milks. And as this is made with heavy whipping cream, it's a lot of fat to it. And they just seem to do really well. You can see that little liquid on top. That's where it's kind of starting to separate into curds and whey. And it tastes delicious, by the way. All right, hold on. Let me grab a big bowl to strain this in. All right, so here we go. I'm actually going to do this one last just because it will take a little bit longer because it is so thick. So here we have just a little measuring cup. We've got the little nylon strainer. And this is really complicated, y'all. See if you can keep up. There we go. I just give these a little shake. I like to kind of, and let me show you what we've got here. So these are the grains that are left. And that's it. You don't have to do anything with that, but plop it in the milk, the fresh milk. And I'm going to do that. There you go. And now, this does not need to be cleaned or anything like that. Let me set this in here. All right, and now we have the creme fraiche. And for this one, because it's a little thicker, I'm just going to scoop that out. Now, this is about as complicated as it gets. Because it's a little thicker, it is harder to get through there, so I just kind of tap it. And there you go. Let me get the rest of it. Well, maybe. All right, it's kind of an odd angle for that, since I'm trying to do this for the camera. Okay, and that's it. There we have our grains and our creme fraiche. So now I'm just going to put those straight into the milk. Okay, and there you have it. You can see those are kind of floating. You can give them a little stir if you want to. You certainly don't have to. And that's it. So tomorrow, 24 hours later, I should have a nice, good batch of kefir. I decided to do this with just the milk this time because I'm actually going to be drinking a lot of kefir in the next few days. And the boys, they're kind of excited about it too. So once that dies down a little bit, I'll probably make less. You can, in a pinch, take some of your grains and put them in the refrigerator in a little bit of milk and just let them stay there, and that'll, you know, if you don't need or want that much kefir and you don't know what to do with it, if you leave it too long in the milk, you actually are it's possible to get it contaminated with a yeast or something like that. Usually these are really nice, strong, active kefir grains, and that hasn't been a tremendous problem. But, you know, if you just let it sit there for days and days and days, it can become a problem. But if you put them in the refrigerator, it slows down that process. The only thing to be aware of is whenever you get it back out of the refrigerator, they're not going to be as vigorous, and so you may need to feed them just a little bit, and then the next day feed them and kind of get their strength back up, basically. But that's all right. That's all. I'm gonna wash my lids and get that covered up and start the process over. These I will either use to, you know, the kefir I'll either use to make a smoothie, or I'll stick it in the fridge for later. If it's not as sour as I like, which I actually have not tasted it, let me see. It's just about right. I actually prefer it a little bit more sour, but that's okay. The grains will, they'll pick up strength. So that's it, y'all. If y'all have questions, let me know. Thanks for tuning in.